Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Fix This Build That Sunday Night Live show. I'm Brad.
And I'm Susan.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2022.
Yeah, 2022. We are on day 2 here.
Yeah.
So far, the year's been great.
It's been good. It's been a nice...
We launched a video this morning on on 12 tools under $20 that every woodworker needs. So if you've not seen that already, check it out. It is getting a lot of good reviews. Traction?
Yeah.
Time?
Buzz. People are talking
about
it.
I don't know.
But it's doing well.
It's doing well. So apparently you guys are liking it. So I hope everybody's enjoying that. If you've not seen it, go check it out. Everybody else seems to be enjoying it.
Who doesn't want to know what tools they should have?
I know, for real.
For under $10.
For under $10, yes.
Are there people in the comments saying, what about blah, blah, blah?
What about blah, blah, blah? Yes. Because I asked them, I was like, hey, tell me all the things that I forgot. And so if you do have some things that you have that I did not list, then let me know in the comments as well. Okay, cool. So before we jump into things and wish everybody Happy New Year on top of that, which we've already done, we want to wish Happy New Year to some new folks to the Builders Club.
Yes.
We had Thomas McEwen, Carl, nice and easy there.
Like Oprah, just one name.
TJ Shields, Matthew Shuler, Don Stubbert, Rick Bush, Jeff Carbonneau, and Animation Creations 42. Animation Creations,
awesome.
What is up? Thank you to those guys, and welcome to the Builders Club. And welcome to all those folks that are already part of that Builders Club and that are supporting the channel. We appreciate it very, very much. All right. And if you want to get more information, you can go to fixthisbuildthat.com/Builders Club. That's right. I hear we've got noises going on.
My goodness.
This is... All right, there we go. We're
There's
back.
a dancing avocado? Is it an avocado or a pear?
I love it. Katie just
hey, Katie.
Going with the super sticker, the You Are Amazing dancing
Thank you so
pear.
much.
I'm going for the pear.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Katie must have noticed the beer here, and we do need a refill. Just the top of my little can here, my poor little can. And Bobby C, thank you for the super chat there. Appreciate that so much, guys. All right, let's see who we have.
Sorry, I'll try not to cough the whole time.
That's okay. It's okay.
What?
First, I think you need to go in there.
Why?
Because the kids are going crazy.
Okay.
Hey, check on them, okay?
Right. Yes. Going.
The kids are... They're having a little tete-a-tete in there. I don't know. World War III was about to break out. We were like, if you don't be quiet down, you're going to be watching, because they're out of school still. So I told them, Susan told them that they better do it or they're going to have to just read books. And nobody wants to read books, right? All right. Let's see. Who do we have in here? Katie, Stan Powell. What's up, guys? Alan, Daniel, Travis. Who else we have in here? Bobby C. Is there? Dennis Miko, James McIntyre. What's up, guys? Yellowstone Aquatics. Love it, love it, love it. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And Ryan Matthews here as well. Been a minute since Susan was back here. I'll wait till she comes back. She was not here the last week, so she did have COVID, and she is feeling much, much better. And so thank you for all your well wishes and prayers. I know you guys, it's not the same when she's not here. So it's much better. And as I say that, when she's not here. But while she is in there, I'm going to break out the beer of the week, which is a measly old Bud Light, because during my single parent times, I didn't do much shopping. At least for other fancy beers. So, all right, let's hear who we got. Oh no, Daniel is sick in the bed with the flu. Sorry, Daniel. I guess the flu is better than the alternative of what's going on. Yeah, I hope everybody is having a Happy New Year. Anybody? I know we talked about this, I think, last time. So, anybody have anything awesome that they got for Christmas? Any cool new tools or anything that they have? Any cool things that they're making or made for New Year's? Share in the comments. I'd love to see what you guys are up to. We didn't get to plan as much as I wanted to. We were going to do a whole, kind of a business thing the last week of the year and schedule and plan all the stuff for Q1. And then Susan had COVID, and that just threw a huge wrench in everything. But luckily, the video that came out was nice and easy to produce. So, and that's kind of why we did it as well. And so, we just took care of the house, and now I'm just getting back under my feet. So next week is going to be a lot of planning. So I don't really have a great idea of stuff to share with you of what's going to be coming up soon. But we're working hard on the things. Oh, she's back. I said, oh, she's back. Sir Alan says he ordered the mechanical pencil. All right, awesome.
All right.
Yeah, one of the items, it was actually the item on the thumbnail. The mechanical pencil, are they?
They're okay now.
Okay.
I cut up an apple. All is right in the world.
If you can't beat them, cut up an apple.
I mean, give them food.
Yeah, so that mechanical pencil, which is this, where is this? Right
Is it
here?
what's it called? The
Pika Dry. Pika.
Almost
I
said
always
it.
want to say like Pikachu. The Pika Dry mechanical pencil. This was on the thumbnail, like I said. This is a very cool pencil, mechanical pencil. Nice big fat lead. And if you want to hear more about it, just go watch the video because
It's all there.
I talk all about it in there. But it makes for a good thumbnail too. The thumbnail was like
It's a fun bright green color.
like this.
Well, also I would think that
It was just
color.
me smiling at it. I try not to do the open mouth. I do like some expressions, but I haven't gone all in. I was like,
I
the
do some
YouTube face.
expressions. The YouTube face. Now, don't you think, does the bright green make it easier to find when you're
Yes,
scanning
it
the
does.
shop? I bet that was by design.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, even when I had it, because I wear this, I use this outside a lot.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, I remember.
I had like it had dropped out of my pocket
into the grass.
into the grass, and green doesn't stand out great on grass, obviously, but
Right.
it was because it is like a fluorescent. There's a little like a hummingbird on there. That I was able to find it, which was nice. So.
Yeah, I know you were very excited about that.
I was. All right. So anyway,
Yeah,
Susan,
hi.
how are
It's
you
me.
doing? How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I was very thankful.
That's it. We'll move on.
What?
You're like, I'm okay. And I'm like, that's it. We'll move on.
It's okay. I'm okay. No, yeah, I had COVID and last week, as y'all know, and it was pretty mild for me. Thankfully, it felt mostly like a head cold.
That mild.
I mean, I was sick. It wasn't like I was asymptomatic or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I felt like I had a cold and I was pretty tired and I took a lot of different medicines and.
She had a lot of body aches, headaches.
Yeah.
She didn't have a fever.
I never had a fever. So the body aches
chills.
were not that bad. I think they would have been for sure much worse if I had a fever.
Right.
Because that kind of goes hand in hand. And then the weirdest thing was, so like halfway through, because I was isolating for 10 days, halfway through I'd say my cold symptoms got a lot better. But then I lost my sense of smell. I was on the phone. We were doing a duo, video, face, what is it now?
FaceTime?
FaceTime.
What is it now?
But you don't have whatever.
We do now. On
Okay,
the
that's
iPads.
true. Whatever. We were doing FaceTime. And he was like, can you smell anything? I'm like, I don't know. So I went into the bathroom and I put my perfume bottle, which I know what it smells like, and it smelled like nothing. And that was the weirdest thing. And then I lost my sense of taste, but only for some flavors or some parts of, I don't know, like I couldn't taste anything sweet. Oh no, I could taste sweet.
She could taste sweet, but she couldn't taste salty or savory,
And that's
she said.
still kind of messed up, which has been kind of nice because stuff I normally would just want to eat a whole bunch of, I can't taste it. So there's really no desire to eat the bad foods because I'm like, well,
that helps out.
there's no upside to this. So so it's coming back slowly. That's it.
I have another
So
pen.
thankful. What are you doing? What are you getting?
I was getting, I think
little
there's like
props.
another, yeah, so who is it? Somebody said, Ryan was talking about missing a center finder. This is actually a cool little center finder, and I don't have the other little thing to it, but this is a little right angle square, a little one from DFM Toolworks, and he has these pins with him. There's two of them, so you can put them in at a wider one or a shorter one, and if you're trying to find the center of a board, you can have the board on there and then just register this on one side and this on the other side, and then in the inside is a little spot where you can put your pencil, and then you just go right down it. So I have used that, Ryan. So that is a good tip actually. This would be this. I don't think this is under $20 though, but
It's
I think it
little
might be-
though.
It is.
But it's
nice.
not
Might be like $25. That'd be a new video.
that
like
bad.
12
But
tools
yeah.
that can fit in the palm of your hand.
Well, there you go.
Let's see. Ryan got little chisels and a shop vac. All right. That's good. What's a Delta 36 725 T2, Bobby? That sounds like T2. Is it the table saw? I used to have a Delta table saw way back in the
gosh,
day. I
way back
started
in the
on
day.
a Delta contractor saw. Those are great saws. At least they were back then. And I'm not that yours is not good back then. I don't know about them
know
now.
as much, yeah.
I haven't used them in a long time. But the old school, like before they got the new facelift. Gripper for Christmas. Katie, the grippers are awesome. Did you get like the, which one did you get? Like the full gripper with like the standoffs? If you haven't got it, you need the narrow foot. Tell your husband for Valentine's Day, you need the narrow foot.
This is what you need.
Yeah, the narrow, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Some very heavy 246 blocks. I never even heard of 246. I've heard of 123 blocks. A lot of people are saying that. There's like a block that's like, one. It's like a.
I don't.
It's
know
like a
what that
cube.
means.
It's like a. It's if you looked at it from the side, it would be. It's got a bunch of holes. It kind of looks like Swiss cheese. It's like a setup block thing.
Okay.
And so it's got like a layer of singular holes on this side, and then it's two. It's like, think about it like Lego. So it's like 3 long, and 1 high and 2 wide, and it's got holes all through it. So it's like a little setup block. So it's like 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Is the thing, and so you can set it up on different those. And I don't know, what is a 1, 2, 3 block? What are the dimensions? Like, what is the unit of 1, 2, 3?
There's a lot of hand motions going on.
I know. Sorry, I'm just like flying all over the place. It seems like it's maybe like a 1/2 inch, but maybe not. Maybe it's millimeters. Maybe it's like.
Maybe it's more precise.
Yeah, maybe it's like.
No, that's not precise.
I have no idea. 20 millimeters or something. I don't know. Somebody tell me what are the sizes of a 1, 2, 3 block? Because I don't know. I should get one because everybody kept telling
People
me.
are giggling right now.
I know. 1, 2, 3 block. What is it? I need to know. 10 drawers for your tool storage, and on to filling the drawers. Dennis, that's awesome, man. How did the drawer assembly go? Was it a nightmare, or normally the assembly is not bad. The part is the installation is the part that is not that fun sometimes. Will, what is up, dude? Katie's got the Pika. She loves it.
Yay.
I love it. Saw stop. James. Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
What now?
I don't know. I just like said a bunch of things and none of them made sense.
Just making sure I wasn't missing something.
Yes. Travis, new house. How's that going for you, man? Hope it is
man.
doing well. Too much packing and purging. I get that. That's the
Jeez.
worst. You remember when we made the move?
Yes, we moved.
And then
Our
we
friends helped
why
us.
do you do that? Why do you move all your junk and then go through it when you get to the new place?
I don't know. We've done it more than once.
Every time we moved, we
Like-
we before
The worst.
when we were still young and
Yeah. We
didn't
moved-
have people moving us, like we were paying for it on our own.
No. We had our friends help us. Remember?
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. But
No, what I'm saying is like the other moves were like relocations were
yes, where we'd
a
like
company
kind of
paid.
service
So
or whatever.
the last
That
2
was
moves
helpful.
have been through company moves, and
2 moves.
no,
One
is that
move.
right? 1 move.
Just 1 move.
Oh yeah, my bad. Just the
Yeah.
last one. But
when
no,
we moved
I
to
think
Nashville, which made it much better because we were moving
I guess that's true.
from
Anyway,
Ohio.
all of our friends came over and were helping us move all this stuff. And
All
it, like,
this stuff.
took forever, and then like every time we would get rid of stuff, we I felt bad
We
because
went through it right away. I feel like when
We
we were
did.
like they were moving all these clothes. It was all the clothes, and then they got it all into our new house. This was up in Ohio still, and Cole was a baby. I remember,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, like so this was years ago, and but that's probably why because we had a baby, we had our hands
Yeah,
full.
we
But
did.
we were like going to put the clothes in the closet, and I remember we were like, wait a minute, this
Wait a
is
minute.
silly.
Maybe
So
we
we went
shouldn't
through,
have
and we
this.
had a huge pile of stuff that we donated to Goodwill, and we're like. We felt bad because all of our
Yeah.
friends had spent all this time moving our stuff
hey,
up there, and
we
we got rid of
gave
it.
them pizza and beer, so it's all good. It's
I
all
would
good.
love to purge so much stuff from our house,
Yeah.
though. But that's a whole
Yeah.
different conversation.
Animation Creations, yes, I do believe that is correct. The Omicron, much more aggressive as far as transmission, but
Oh.
much less
Yeah.
aggressive in symptoms, which is awesome.
I have no way of knowing if I had Omicron or if I had Delta, but I think probably Omicron because of how quickly it came on. Like I was having symptoms by day 3,
gosh.
and then it didn't last horribly long. So anyway,
There you go.
and it was pretty mild. It was very mild.
Katie, I hope
So it
you're
was
feeling
a
better.
relief.
Katie said she had a really bad lung infection
Oh
and
wow.
flu.
Oh man,
Yikes.
that sounds kind of scary.
Let's see here. Teresa
You're doing all right.
had COVID. This is like the COVID war stories. So
Everyone's
Teresa,
like me.
Teresa had it in September, but her taste didn't come back until after Thanksgiving. Oh, wow. And her scent is still not back.
Yeah, I don't know. My scent is
Yikes.
like maybe is this Teresa? Maybe
Yes.
Teresa can relate. I don't know if it's the same for you, but when I go to smell something, like as I test it, I can kind of get a hint of a whiff of what it might smell like the after effect of like, oh yeah, that smells like an orange. The first time I sniff it, But then if I continue to try to smell something, like I can't really, it like fades.
It's weird.
It's so strange.
It's very weird.
But popcorn doesn't taste like anything to me, and that is so sad.
That is weird. It's gonna because Susan loves popcorn.
I do.
And I can only imagine eating popcorn with no taste to it. It's probably just
like cardboard.
Right. It's like
you brought me
peanuts.
that big bowl. That's when I knew, because I was like, it was late. I was in the room, because I'd been sequestered up in our bedroom, and Brad was like sleeping somewhere else in the house. And I texted him, and I was like, I'm hungry. I need snacks. And he brought me this huge bowl of Skinny Pop, which I have probably an addiction to Skinny Pop. Like when COVID first happened, everyone was rushing out to the stores to stock up on
They were getting toilet paper. Susan was getting Skinny Pop.
I got like 4 bags of Skinny Pop from Costco.
These bags are like legit this big.
We can't run out. I don't know how it'll function. I love this stuff. We all like it. So anyway, and I was like, ooh, yes, big, huge bowl of Skinny Pop. And I'm eating it, and I was like, man, this bag is messed up. Like, they didn't put any oil on it or anything. And then I texted him, and I was like, does it taste normal to you?
And
he
was like, it tastes great.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I can't taste
like,
it. I know. I didn't eat it.
Yes.
But anyway, that's interesting to hear that it could take a while. I'll have to set my expectations.
Pat was watching the season finale of Yellowstone.
We need to watch this. I've heard so many people talk about it.
Bobby says a 1, 2, 3 block is 1 inch by 2 inch by 3 inch. That's inches. that makes
sense.
Everybody, Travis. Okay, thank you guys.
I
guess I just always thought they were smaller, like because
Yeah.
I thought they were. I've never had one in my hand, obviously.
With you.
So I just always saw pictures of them, and they seemed smaller than that. So, but that makes sense. I mean
now we
3
know.
inches isn't.
Knowing is half the battle.
Let's hear. Pat's finishing up the hybrid workbench. Fantastic. And his new Rikon bandsaw. Awesome. Let's see here. Side installation, 1/8 inch shim on one side, and all is good. Awesome, Dennis. Yeah, that's the best case scenario, is if you undersize your drawers, because then you can add a little shim. If you oversize your drawers, then you've got some decisions to make, and none of them are good, typically.
Especially if you glued them together.
I know. Katie's talking about how savage she is when she moves. She's just like throwing stuff out left and right.
Well, there's a girl that I follow on Instagram, and her and her husband have moved like, I don't know, 5 times in the last 18 months or something. They just move all the time. A girl I follow on Instagram, she's like a fitness person, and I'm talking like states. They move a lot, and so they have purged so much stuff, and I'm so envious. It's like when we went over, we saw Andrew Bacon, remember? And their house was so neat and tidy, and I was like, wow. Well, they have like 3 kids. And his wife was like, yeah, no, we've gotten rid of so much stuff. We don't have that much stuff.
Yeah.
Get messy.
They downsized.
Like,
they've moved so many times.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like professional movers.
We have not moved enough, I guess, because we have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what January is for. January is here to make you feel like you need to get rid of half of your possessions after Christmas.
Teresa says she could only taste salty.
Oh.
So hers is a little bit opposite of yours.
I can sort of.
Her daughter lost her love of raspberries and some veggies.
Lost it like it hasn't come back.
I guess with the taste, it probably tastes different.
Well, yeah. No, I get that.
Maybe that would be a side effect for our middle guy. He'd actually start eating some of the vegetables.
He has like 3 vegetables. We just
lean
into those carrot sticks are our friends,
veggies.
so that he actually gets some veggies in him. But no, like we had Rolos in the house, which I love.
She does.
I don't buy Rolos because I cannot resist them. They're so delicious. And they still tasted good to me, which was interesting. But then like the other chocolates that we had, because you just kind of get all this chocolate in your house a lot of times at Christmas. And I would take a bite of something and just spit it out because I'm like, I can't. I could taste that it was creamy, like the texture of it. And I knew what it was supposed to taste like, that Rudolph thing on a stick. And I could not taste it at all. I'm like, well, I'm not wasting the calories if I can't even enjoy it.
Yawning for you.
I know. So
Stan said he has not moved in 48 years.
Oh my gosh.
So he has a lot of stuff to purge.
Yeah.
We I guess we really. Where were we when?
What?
Well, we were here. I was thinking when my parents moved.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we were here. We've
I
been
helped
here for a few years.
Yeah. So my parents were in the house I grew up in until about 3 years ago or so.
Like 4.
4 years ago now.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were in that house for.
How long was that?
32 years, I think. And there was, they got done moving, or they had almost moved everything out. And then they had somehow forgotten about the attic.
I forgot about that.
And because it's like in here in Tennessee, like the attics are, and Ohio is totally different. It's like everybody's got
Right.
basements here.
Well, most of the
people
country,
have
I think,
attics.
everyone has basements.
Right, but the attics, like a lot of them here, I don't know how this is where you guys live, is like we have the like, well, at best you've got the pull down, so it's like the, you know, the
Like
2 foot
stairs.
by 4 foot pull down or whatever the space in between the studs is, the pull down and then flip out stairs. So you pull down
Yeah.
the little hidden latch or the hidden compartment and it comes down and then you climb up the stairs. Now in our house, that is like 16 inches wide and 30 inches deep, and there is no ladder. It is literally like a drop in. So I have
Where
to
was
bring
that?
it.
Is it in the hallway?
It's in Macy's closet.
No, I thought you meant your parents' old
Oh
house.
yeah, it was right outside my bedroom.
Okay. That's what
In
I was
between my
thinking.
bedroom and
So
Holly's.
you're talking about our house now.
Well, yeah, and then I was saying like our house,
Yeah,
house
it's in our
now.
daughter's closet.
We have it's in a closet that's
We don't put
literally
anything
the
up
closet
there, though.
is like
Yeah.
this by this, and so you got to bring a ladder in there,
Yeah.
and then push it up and like pull it to the side, and then get up on the ladder, and then like jimmy yourself up there. So it's
you
like
gotta
we,
want to go up
yeah,
there.
we do not store anything
No,
up
because
there
we have like
because
since we don't
there's
have
nothing up there.
Since we don't have
there's
basements.
no flooring. It's all just blown
right, you'd
insulation.
fall through like the ceiling.
Yeah.
But if you stepped in the wrong place, yeah. But no, but since we don't have basements, we have they designed the houses to have like a big walk-in closet storage situation, and that's what we have. Unfinished. Sometimes they're finished. Ours is unfinished.
Yeah.
But yes, but your parents' house, they had the
They had one of the
attic
pull down ones, and they forgot to empty it.
Oh
And,
shoot!
yeah. That's why they had
And
like
have
a bunch
lot
of
it?
wicker furniture and like old stuff. Yeah, there. Yeah,
that's
and like
so
everything
funny.
was like falling apart because just it's like 120,
it's
30
not
degrees up there in the summer.
HVAC.
And so everything was just like they had plastic bags and they're all just disintegrating.
Oh no!
Yeah, they said it was.
I remember their garage. They had
not
so
fun.
much in their garage because they had a nice big garage at their old house, but there was just a lot of stuff in it.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Katie, they downsized from 2,300 square feet to 1,800 to 900.
Wow.
That would definitely have the purge.
Wow. I mean,
Call
they
me
could
Mac,
really,
what's up, my man?
You'd
¿Qué pasa,
really have
amigo?
be like eyeing everything. Like,
Right.
so I really love to
ENZ
have this.
Print. He says, "Rise up lights." Good evening.
Rise Up Lights.
Love it.
That's right. Rise Up Lights was my
Rise Up
last
Lights, that was-
high
that was
moment
our
before
last hurrah.
I
Yeah.
had to go into COVID.
Could Susan taste hot sauce?
I
don't know.
can. No, because I put it
Can
on
you?
my food the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I mean, I could taste it, but I do think that it's like I have an unfair advantage right now because I put it on the salad
I saw you-
yesterday.
I saw you
yeah,
put
and I
the-
put quite a bit.
I
I
saw
put
that
the
too.
wake-up call on there.
Just the wake up.
And I was like,
sauce.
a little hot. Kept eating. That would not be me normally. I would have been dying. Like I would have been like drinking
maybe
water.
that is a side
and
effect that you're now
I'm super tough.
have this tolerance.
I just can't taste it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading. I was
strange.
reading something or watching the video of a guy talking about hot peppers and these crazy peppers and stuff, and
Crazy
about
peppers, I like that.
well, just like that. Like somebody was like, those will like damage your.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I bet.
no, people are saying that, and they're like, no, that's not really what happens.
really?
Yeah, that it's like when you have. This is what I heard. I don't know if this is true or not, but it was like this was like a guy who like grows them or whatever. I think it was the guy who grows the Carolina Reapers. It's like Sweet Ed Curry.
You say
Ed Curry?
Sweet Ed
I don't know.
Curry?
It's something like that. Crazy Ed Curry. I don't know.
I
what it
really
is.
hope
Some
that's his
adjective. And he was saying that it's really it's not hot, but it's like the chemical that your body perceives as heat and hot,
Oh.
and so like it's painful and like it can make you physically ill to your stomach and vomit and whatever, but it won't like there's typically not long lasting effects. Like,
Gotcha.
there are none. Like it can't give you long term effects. Is what he was saying.
So it's like if your brain is not able to process that the chemical, like it, like
it's just
if your sense of taste is all messed up, and your brain
Right.
isn't
And you're just-
receiving that, then you're
If
just
you're
kind of
just
going
slamming
along.
peppers, I mean, I don't know if that would still
I'm
make your
not going
stomach
to
sick.
test
Or,
that, but I did put it on there because I was like, well, it was kind of a bland lunch, and I wanted to spice
Oh,
it up a little bit.
I missed the. Somebody just subscribed. All right, awesome.
Oh.
I had somebody dancing.
Yeah, I saw
on there.
the,
I don't know.
the
I missed
dancing
it. I
on
know.
the screen.
I missed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be like this, but hey, it might help with like eating healthy if the bad
I
foods
know.
don't taste good to me.
We're having We're having a food-based
I know.
convo
Sorry.
tonight.
Well, and then not to do another food here, but we had lunch today, and like every Sunday, almost every Sunday, we get Jersey Mike's. We love Jersey Mike's. We usually have chips with it, and we had some not sweet and salty. What am I talking about?
Salt and vinegar.
No, sour cream and onion.
Oh, you had
Some
that?
sour cream and onion chips, which are my favorite. I like a lot of different chips, but I really like those a lot. And I was all excited about it, and I ate one, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I could taste it, but it was like a sour cream and onion chip was like whispering to me, like, I'm way back here. You can barely taste it at all. I'm like, well, that doesn't, and so I didn't eat them because I was like, well, It's pointless. Like, that's not how it's supposed to taste.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
I had some goldfish. It's weird because the goldfish are better, but.
Ranjiv wants to know, not Ranjiv.
Okay.
Distilled or purified water?
Me?
I think that would be purified.
I don't know. It's out of our refrigerator.
Purified.
And while I was sick
Filtered.
in the room for 10 days,
Not distilled.
it was straight out of the bathroom tap because that was all I had. And normally I don't do that, but I was like, I'm thirsty and I have no other way of getting water. So.
All right. Robert H., what's up, my man? All right. ENZ Printing, finishing question from General Finishes. All right. Some actual woodworking talk. We'll allow it. Is there a difference between salad bowl finish and wood bowl finish? I see they're both still available. You will make it?
I'm just coughing. All right. It's just annoying. Sorry.
I am familiar with the salad bowl finish. ENZ, was it Matthew Inns? I'm going with Matthew Inns. I believe, so the salad bowl finish is food safe. I do know that. That's why they call it the salad bowl finish. So that would be my impression, would be that the salad bowl finish is food safe and the wood bowl finish is not. And as far as like the actual finishes go, I don't know. I think I don't have any of the.
You knew he was going to open the cabinet.
I've got some of this
something out.
This is Wood Turner's Finish by General Finishes, and it just sucks in on itself.
It looks like it has seen some stuff.
It has definitely seen. I was just wanted to read it. So it's a non-toxic water oil urethane hybrid designed for wood turning, salad bowls, and other lathe projects. So this one is also, because somebody told me that this is the same as salad bowl finish. It's just kind of packaged differently. I don't know that for a fact, but this one does say it's non-toxic water oil blend. So I don't know about like a wood bowl finish, if that's just like pure oil, or why this one is food safe. But what what a lot of people say is that any finish that is fully cured is by nature food safe. And it's because, once the finish is cured, it's a film. It's not separating. It won't kind of like impart itself into the food. And so there's no transmission there. But the problem obviously is if you're, banging utensils in a bowl and you're chipping parts off or whatever. Like that's where it typically happens. So it's not like, oh, my food is on top of this polyurethane and it's not food safe. Like, that's not it. It's when you're like I said, that's when it's going to happen. So if it's not fully cured, then obviously also then you're talking about some possible oils and weird stuff getting in your body. But I would look at it that way. That would be my guess would be food safe versus not food safe in between those two products.
Isn't that kind of similar to the whole stance that people have about whether or not you should have Teflon on your...
Oh, Teflon, yeah. Oh, our pans, like our Teflon pans, just have like it's like where did it all go? It's all scraped up.
We eat it.
Yeah, it's like in our bodies.
It's in our bodies, and so I think about that sometimes. Like if we should get pots and pans that don't have Teflon, I guess they would not be nonstick. I've always had Teflon. I guess I always had nonstick.
Yeah, we have like copper or aluminum, something like that.
My entire life. So.
Let's see.
Chime in, people.
Call me Mac. He says, "No way, man. They have hot peppers daily in Mexico, and they can give you heartburn." So.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, I think especially if you're prone to heartburn, potentially, because some people just get that more, I think, than others.
Yeah. This is Jason ends. My bad, Jason. I went with Matthew. I went for it, man. I took a shot.
He was trying.
I took a shot. He says Jersey Mike's though is terrible. here in Jersey.
Oh, well, that's sad.
That is thing. Right. Oh, it's
pretty
Andy
good
Heck.
here.
What's up, Andy Heck? How are you, brother? You going incognito with the Robert H, man. Andy Heck, man, he used to have a swim team.
Well,
Yeah.
wow.
Old Andy Heck. Yeah, absolutely.
That's fun.
Back when I was a wee young lad.
In
I don't know where that
Scottish.
came from. What is a salad bowl finish, Katie? I have no idea. No, it's that water oil blend, but it's basically food safe is all it is.
I kind of want to go to Jersey, just go back to the Jersey thing, and just go eat, because there have been people on Facebook. I was bored in the room, right? And so I was on social media, and there was a girl here that moved here from Jersey, and there's a lot of other New York, New Jersey transplants that have come down to Tennessee, and she was asking like where she could get, and I don't remember what it was, but it was some Italian dish. It was some sort of like special like sandwich thing, and she was like, "Where can I get a good one?"
Pierogi?
I don't know, maybe.
Is that a thing? Is it pierogi? I mean, I know
Maybe.
pierogi's a thing. I don't know
I
what it
don't
is.
really know, but it looked good in the picture
What is a
she
pierogi?
posted, and all these other people chimed in that were from Jersey, like Long
Jersey?
Island, or like wherever, or maybe New York, I don't know. And they were like, "Yeah, you got to go home. Like, there's nothing. Like, Tennessee has barbecue and we have hot chicken, but like, we do not have
Oh no,
that
pierogi's.
here, like the way you're wanting it from back home. Like,
No, wait, is that?
stop looking." I was like, "Oh, it's sad."
A
I don't think it was a
pierogi-
pierogi.
No, I don't think it is either.
It was something else,
They're
but
filled
it
dumplings
looked really
made
good.
by wrapping unleavened dough around savory or sweet fillings.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
But it also says region Central Europe. Where's a pierogi from?
But then they were all like talking
Polish or
about all
German?
these different dishes that
The
they
word
have to go
pierogi
home.
is Polish.
Okay, Polish. No.
Yeah.
They were all talking about these different like things that they only eat when they go home to visit family, because there's nothing down here that is even close to it. I'm like, that's so
Yeah.
sad. But yeah, I don't know. Makes sense. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess.
Teresa, jigsaws are horrible. I hate using jigsaws. So yes, they are a challenge.
Really?
I don't know. They're just like,
I didn't know you felt that way about jigsaws. Oh, jigsaws, because of the dust.
well, the dust, and there's just like, man, you trying to keep a straight line with a jigsaw is like
Yeah.
impossible. Like if you're
You've
going
never
more
been
than
a
4
huge-
inches, like it's and you can, even if you use like a straight edge, it's like because the blade, what happens is the blade typically deflects, and that's what screws everything up. So if you're not like perfect on top of it, then the blade will start deflecting, and then that causes the forces to move it which way, and then it'll be, it's like using the force, the forces.
Yeah, no, I remember, like, I think it serves a good purpose at times. Like when you were doing the vinyl plank flooring, the jigsaw was pretty handy.
Like I said, and it is good, and that's very thin.
Right.
So in very thin material,
And you weren't making huge cuts,
works.
or they were
It works
covered
much
by
better.
like the grate from the HVAC or whatever. But yeah, you don't use them a lot. It's not your
Yeah.
go-to tool.
No, it is not.
No.
So everybody's talking about their cast iron pans. We do need a
All
cast iron
clad.
pan.
All clad, is that a thing? All clad, is that cast iron?
I think it's a
Or is
brand.
that,
I don't think that's a. I think All Clad's a brand.
But that's not nonstick. I don't know. I just don't understand.
idea.
Like, I feel like a normal pan that's not nonstick, half the food that you make is gonna then stick to it. But I feel that way about our nonstick stuff now. You make eggs in a nonstick pan, and like half the egg is left in the
Oh,
pan.
that's
It's
the
so
worst.
annoying.
I hate that.
So it's like we are not getting any benefit right now from it.
Pierogies are big in Pittsburgh. What's up, Brian Farth? Basically,
yeah.
potato-filled ravioli. Maybe that's where I probably heard
That's probably,
Malecki talking.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking, like Italian.
Well, that's even
Was,
like I grew up, like my family's all from Wisconsin originally, very German, very very Milwaukee, and I feel like pierogies were things I heard about up there too. But we had like
it said it was
Wiener
Polish.
Schnitzel and
But your grandmother would
things
not
like
enjoy
that.
that.
No, she would not. My grandma was a hoot.
Grandma Scora was
Grandma Clanky.
Grandma Clanky. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
was not about that Polish life.
She, I don't know, man, she was old.
She was old.
She
She
had
was old.
opinions. She was a sweet lady with some strong opinions.
Trying to find authentic Mexican food here in Texas is a challenge. That's all Tex-Mex, which is mad.
Oh,
So what?
well.
Maybe we don't even know what true.
I don't think, have we ever
What
really
is-
had
Well,
authentic Mexican
Katie,
food?
I don't
Probably
know now.
not.
Now I'm doubting myself.
Doubtful.
What would be a great example of a Mexican version versus a Tex-Mex version? And call me
We're
Mac,
really
since
going
you're
into
in
the
Mexico, please,
Yeah.
feel free to weigh in on this. But Yeah, let's have that.
It was like when I was upstairs, stuck in the room, Brad's sister brought over, you want to tell them about that? Brad's sister brought over, which was so nice. She brought over like enchiladas for him to just put in the in the oven to heat up. They were from, where are they from?
Like Sam's Club.
Sam's Club, yeah. Like, I mean, it was, and they're like sitting in the red sauce and they're covered in cheese. Like,
There must have
they're
been
delicious.
3 pounds of cheese on that thing.
Oh, yeah. But like, I make enchiladas, but I make a very,
Toned down, non-cheesy version.
like, our kids don't like cheese like that. And they're not big fans of sauces. And so I have sauce in there. I know. But they're not swimming in sauces. And he told me, he was like, yeah, Holly brought enchiladas from Sam's Club, which was so nice. And I was like, okay, the kids are not going to eat that. And he was like, oh, they're going to eat it. And it was a battle, right?
It was. Susan has this thing. So Susan really was the originator of this. Because I think her mom may have done it to her, at least threatened.
She did it to me. That was like my earliest memory. It's like,
if we fix something for the kids, it's like, listen, if this is what we're having, this is what we're having.
We're all eating the same thing.
And we're all eating the same thing. And then if you don't want to eat it, that's fine. But you're going to eat it at some point. And so you're going to have it for breakfast. Basically, you're going to eat this for your next meal, whenever that meal is.
Right.
You can
You're
have
not
it
getting
for breakfast.
other food.
You can have it for lunch.
Eat.
You can hold out as long as you want. But the next thing you get from our hands is going to be this food.
Yeah.
And it's going to taste the best right now.
And it is effective. They get really mad and very frustrated. Yeah. But I'm so serious. I'm like, you don't have to eat it now, but you're not getting anything else to eat, and you are eating this until you eat anything else.
They've never deferred.
No.
To breakfast. So.
But so that's what Brad, you pulled that out, right?
We've got some feedback. I did.
Yeah.
We've got some feedback though about if it's sticking to the pan, too much heat.
Oh, for eggs though.
For eggs, the heat's too high. I mean, I love just blazing the heat on eggs.
Oh yeah, but you can't do it too hot and then put them in, because then they turn brown, and that is not an attractive look. But yes.
Yes.
That's also the oil in the pan.
Yes.
Okay. Too much heat.
I don't know. And then
something to try.
And meat and fat. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff.
Man.
There are many restaurants with authentic. That's like a.
I don't know what that is.
It's like Mexican, authentic. Let's see here. Mojo's in the factory is Tex-Mex. Mojo's is awesome.
Love Mojo. Is it Mojo's?
Mojo's.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've been there. Yeah. They have a new location in Thompson Station.
Do they?
Yeah. I told your parents about it. Yeah.
Mojo's is delicious.
Yeah, there's like a really good, I guess it's Tex-Mex place.
I'm with you.
Nashville.
Animation Creation sauce.
That's good.
Sauce and cheese are staples of
Mexican.
Good food, just sauce and
good
cheese.
Food in general, yeah. Our kids don't know what good food is then, because they do not like sauces and they do not like cheese.
Either.
But I think that's kids. Like, most kids don't, unless they grew up eating it, and ours have not. Like, it's just, they don't like their food touching food. They're not big fans of casseroles in general. It's like too many different parts
not having it.
Converging.
Not having it.
It's not a good thing.
Ryan, I'm sorry. Listen. We just go with the flow of the chat, man.
Yeah.
So if the chat's talking about food, then we're talking about food. You know, it's like
there's some woodworking.
We don't have the list, the agenda. You know, maybe that's what we need. I know, like Mark is really good about that. You know, Spagnolo. He'll have like the list of questions that he gets from the audience beforehand.
Your voice right now is you're describing the list of questions.
No, because because he's like, they're like so organized. And like Nicole's got this whole list, and she's like, Jim called in from New Braunfels and says, no.
It's like
they're just so organized.
They're not.
I feel shamed. Not definitely not trying to make fun of them.
I mean,
no.
I know you're not making fun of them.
We just get on and we just talk about whatever.
No.
So Ryan, bring something up and we'll tell you. You know, we could be talking about Legos or puzzles. All right, let's switch this for a minute.
I mean,
we got a puzzle for Christmas.
Let's try to put a time limit on this part of the conversation. I don't know. I feel like we could go off on a tangent.
Anyway, from my niece.
Which was so sweet.
Which was so sweet. When she, well, it wasn't really because we had COVID, but
no.
But anyway, she got it for us.
Christmas present.
It was. If any of you are any of you puzzlers, I think puzzles are cool.
We love jigsaw puzzles.
I like jigsaw puzzles.
Right.
And we typically will do like 300, 500, or 1,000. Those are very popular versions. Right?
Yes.
Obviously, the number of pieces.
Right.
I think 1,500 may have been the most I've ever done.
I don't even know. I don't go over 1,000.
1,000 is like, yeah,
typically.
you're getting out there. And once you get to
Yeah.
1,000, that's a commitment.
Yeah.
She gave us
A Marvel puzzle, because she knows
Which
we love
is amazing.
Marvel,
Marvel-
which was so sweet.
comics and movies. 3,000 pieces.
3,000 pieces.
Do
They make them bigger than this?
They must. The finished puzzle is 42 by 34.
It's huge.
That's almost 3 foot by 4
Our
foot.
entire dining room table is currently covered
That puzzle
in pieces.
would cover this entire workbench and then some.
Yeah, it would.
At least this way.
This way.
And so, yeah, that we have been putting in time. Today, I just sat there and I was literally just grabbing pieces. It's like one of those where like you have a sky, and so you have like 50 pieces, and there's no way to do it.
You just have
other
to go
than
one
just
by
like
one.
test, and
You did
I made
a
it-
really good job.
I committed
the
to
sky
it.
looks amazing. It really does.
the sky,
It's done.
and so we're into the characters now. But
Oh,
my
I've been
gosh,
struggling.
3,000 pieces.
We're so like, I don't know how many hours we've worked on this thing.
You got to really like
A
puzzling.
lot, yeah. But we've completed about maybe a fourth of the puzzle.
That's I would say about.
Yeah.
And we're missing an edge piece.
And we're missing an edge piece. We have been through the pieces
First of all,
many times.
Just the sheer sorting through
Just to-
3,000 pieces is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if you
We were getting buckets. Like I've never had to like
is what
get
I'm
sorting
saying.
containers.
we had like here are all the faces in this bin and eyeballs and whatnot. Here's all the greenish pieces, but then some have multiple colors, and then the reds.
Nightmare.
Oh my gosh.
Nightmare. But it was
It'll
fun.
make you crazy. Like my neck was like strained from like leaning over the puzzle for
Yes.
hours, but it's been fun. It's just, I don't know if it's going to get finished. I hate to say that, but like,
All right.
Brad's really good though. So
I've got good
he's going
pattern
to carry the
recognition.
team over
Yeah.
the finish
Yeah.
line on this one.
Yeah. All right. We've got some questions. These
All
are I
right.
like these.
Woodworking questions?
No, but
Okay, that's all right.
kind of goals, 2022 goals
yeah.
and resolutions.
Oh, okay.
You know, we're not big resolution fans, sure.
I'm,
But
yeah.
yeah, whatever. Sure.
You
Anyway.
you haven't been historically.
No, but I am a goal setter.
Yes,
so,
you are.
So as we go into the year, I think not like we have like business goals and all that and
Right.
things we want to do on the business side. So one of those is like business growth, and I'll just leave it there. So from the team, obviously monetary, our
Projects.
what do you call them?
I don't know.
Our
Expanders?
assets, not the assets, but properties, not physical properties, like the YouTube channel, the Instagram, like all the little channels we own.
Okay,
So,
assets? I don't know.
Yeah, like asset. Yeah, I don't know what a good name for that is.
We wanna
but yeah,
grow
something like
those,
that.
is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
like
Okay.
just
So growth.
obviously total business growth that way.
Right.
But then more importantly is like the kind of stuff that we're making. And this year I definitely want to get into just more of like challenging myself. So a lot of building out the shop and doing all these things like. Some of it was a challenge in the sense of like how to put it all together, and definitely like the whole modular system, like figuring out how exactly I wanted everything. It was a challenge that way, but it wasn't really challenging builds. Like cabinetry is not. I've made so much of it now. If you're doing your first ones, yeah, it's hard. But after you get 4 or 5 under your belt, they're pretty easy. So some of the stuff that I want to do this year, more of, and I did some of it last year, but not. I did more of it actually in 2020. When I did the nightstand and the valet. And then last year I did the impossible cutting board, and then like the LED shelving. But those weren't like super involved. The cutting board was.
But
I want to do more of those like involved projects. So things
Right.
that challenge me, that I have to figure it out. And a lot of those are probably going to include, some type of mechanism or electronics. So whether it's like an Arduino based thing that does some weird release, or it's like a physical mechanical release, or whatever, or it's just something simple like the floating shelves and figuring out a way to put LED lights in there wirelessly and not have to run it through the walls. And people love to just destroy me in the comments about, that's so stupid, you should just run a wire down. I'm like, listen, if I wanted to do that, I would have done it. I didn't want to do that, so I did it my way. I love the comments. That's not a New Year's resolution because I stopped caring about those long ago. But when I did get to the point, because that was something that bothered me for a while, and so that was something I was like, I gotta like stop letting comments get to me.
Right.
And I'm there
because there's always going to be
I read
someone who's going to.
They'll be right next to each other.
Right.
They'll be like, you're such an idiot for not running that in the wall, and this next person's like, that's such a great idea, not running the wall. Like, who wants to do that?
The thing that I don't understand. I don't know. This is a little bit of a tangent soapbox thing. Is like. I think it's like a common courtesy situation. Like if you have something constructive to say that you really feel like you want to share, that's fine. Like totally. I mean, a lot of times people will throw things into the comments that were like, oh, that's a really good idea. Or like, oh, that was a great way of looking at it, which we did not see when we were building it, but thanks for sharing, like legitimately. But when people are going on to YouTube videos or Instagram or wherever and just posting hateful
just crapping
comments,
on you for no reason.
Like, would you say that to the person's face? You know, like if you were standing in front of that person, would you say that to this person's face? You shouldn't be saying it.
Well, some of these
online.
people would. That's the problem.
Well,
some people are
that
just
I honestly I have more respect for that. Honestly, I
don't.
do. Like if you are that person, like if you're acting like, I don't know that it's healthy for you, but that's a whole different personal matter. But I think there's a lot of people that just get behind their keyboard or whatever, and they just want to feel powerful.
Keyboard cowboys.
And I don't like that. Like I don't know. That's horrible. But but I also have to stop caring about it.
That's right.
Because it just bothers me.
So that's what we're. Those are some of the goals for the channel. Just getting into builds that are more challenging and interesting to me.
Right.
Is probably the biggest goal outside of any type of business development style goals, and trying to also take more work off my plate, honestly, because I've been building this thing from a little baby seed way back in 2013 and the 2015, and then going full time in 2017. I know, so dadgum, we're coming up on dadgum. We're coming up on 10 years here soon.
I know. Well, from the
it
formation of the very beginning, not necessarily.
Fix this, build that being alive. Anyway,
that was like
and so
time.
that's as a entrepreneur, as a small business owner, whatever you want to call it. I think the natural tendency is to do everything yourself, and as our business has grown substantially, you can't do it yourself.
No.
I mean, just the social media alone is maddening.
All the different platforms.
Plus, all the platforms, all the different stuff. And so, bringing Chris on as an editor, that was huge, and we want to continue to do that to help, make it so like that I'm not just working my face off. So that's something else we want to add to the team. So last year we did that with Chris, which was awesome, and we want to do more of that this year. So but we'll let you guys know, because maybe some of you guys can help us out. All right, I saw something else. Let's see. Lori was asking about the 9-foot DeWalt tape measure. Does it have the self-locking? Yes, it does. It does. It sure does. Right here. Got it right here, Lori. So it is just almost the same exact thing. So it's got the self-locking little button there. The ones that I really do like, that I haven't had one in a while, because I think they stopped making them, or at least the version now I don't like, is the old Stanley. I think they called it the lever lock, and it was like a lever on the bottom, and so you clicked it down. It still had this up here, but it had the lever on it. Do you guys remember that? They were awesome, because you could like undo it and then like hit it with the underside of your hand instead of having to. I don't remember why it was like so much better, but it just felt a lot better, because like this one you're like messing with it. I made that seem like it was really hard. It's not really that hard.
Very difficult.
For some reason, like that, I don't know. I just really liked the lever lock, because it was really easy. I know why it was. Also because it's like, it was real easy to turn on and off.
Down,
right. So if I wanted to be like, just let a little bit out, you could do that in lever lock. It's also got a little belt clip and a magnet on it. So would highly recommend.
I didn't know that.
Picking up. I think the video said 1, 3, 6, 12 of these. So I love having this for around the house, especially. So it's just so small. It's just so small.
Cute.
You just put it right in your pocket.
Mini.
I don't even know what's going on.
I have one in my bag.
Yeah.
Or in the van or something, because how many times do you out places where you're like, I wish I had a tape measure.
Everybody needs a tape measure.
You have it.
I know. All right, Teresa, we have not seen the Spider-Man movie. We were talking about seeing that, but with so much Omicron going around, we're kind of not.
Yeah.
Although Susan would be fine, I'm sure.
I guess I would. I don't know. I'm pretty gun shy now. I'm like, I don't.
Andy, thanks for coming on, buddy. Have a great one.
Hi, Andy.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, Mac, is properties. That's what you're saying. Who's saying all that? Puzzle, yeah, actually, Katie, that's exactly what I'm talking about. More puzzle boxes, drawers, those type of things. The office reorganization, that one's on the list. That is definitely one that we'll be doing sooner than later, because we've done kind of that back wall and now coming around, but that's where the huge shelves are. We have these like huge industrial shelves. And so I do have some ideas, but I'm not sure exactly, because I don't want to just put more cabinets there, because it's like we've got so many cabinets already. So it's probably going to be open shelving, at least in some places, so I can fit big stuff in there.
Right.
Like camera equipment cases and different things like that. Maybe some backstock for 3D printing material or laser material. So that's what we're kind of working on. And I've been toying with stand-up. So maybe having like a dual height sitch going on, and have one that's standing height. So if I wanted to wheel around and...
Because that's how you type.
That is how I type, just like this. I have noticed,
that'd be cool.
I have noticed that I was thinking about this, because I wanted, and then we'll end with doing the desk, that I really like a pull-out tray keyboard. Mm-hmm. Because you just sit there and it's just like, that's where you're supposed to have your keyboard.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be low, right? So if you're sitting down, picture this, you're sitting down, the monitor should be, like the middle of the monitor should be like right in the right eyesight, right? So you're not looking up or down. And that's why laptops are so bad, because they're like, they squish you on both ways. They're too low and the keyboard's too high. And the keyboard, when you're sitting, your arms should be at 90 degrees.
Did you read this somewhere?
I used to do like ergonomics at work. We
Well,
do
that makes
ergonomic
sense,
stuff, but
because
yeah.
I feel like wherever I sit,
That's the most ergonomic.
With a
eye
lap-
level, and that's why people like the standing desk, because you have the standing desk and you're here.
Now,
And, I mean, obviously good on your back and all that
you
stuff.
could
but
up that.
that's
and
if
make
you're
it a
trying to position it, that's how you
treadmill
should.
desk.
A walking desk, yeah.
That would be amazing. Just walk
I
while you
feel like
work.
that's something that sounds really great, but it would be horrible.
I think it'd be good if you were doing lots of like calls where you could be talking to the person as you're walking, and that wouldn't be weird. Like you're just conferring or whatever. But I think I would have a hard conferring. Like,
can we confer on this, please?
Yeah, talking, like consulting or whatever.
Yes.
But then if you
night,
had to
Stan. Have a
type
good one.
while you were walking, if I stand, then that would be hard for me. I think maybe you get used to it. I don't know. But yeah, like that makes sense, because the laptop, wherever I'm sitting with it, it just seems like, it's too high.
We're getting some feedback from the level locks here. So I knew what I was talking about. Yeah, the preferred. I love it. SawStop, Powermatic, or Harvey? Jason. I don't know much about Harvey at all, so I can't comment on that.
Harvey.
SawStop. Who did Harvey buy out? Did Harvey buy somebody out, or are they like a new brand that they're? I don't know. And I just know they're big dust collector. Looks pretty cool, but it's like kind of weird too. SawStop and Powermatic, both great saws from a build perspective. I would want to nod my head to SawStop, even taking out the finger detection, honestly, because I've had a lot of jet tools, and I've had some of the Powermatic stuff too, and I've talked to a lot of people on the Powermatic. I feel like Powermatic, like, don't get me wrong, like it's almost like, all right, which one's better? You know, you like a Lamborghini or like a Ferrari? That they're both awesome, but I feel like the SawStop has just a little bit better fit and finish on it. The instructions are ridiculous. The dust collection is amazing. Those are probably like the two. So like when I say the instructions, like the assembly process, which you're only gonna have to deal with once. So it's not, probably wouldn't make that big of a deal. But the dust collection would be my stand apart for the SawStop. The dust collection riving knife setup is like the best that I've seen. And then on top of that, you add the finger saving technology. I would go with SawStop every day versus a Powermatic or a Harvey, just for that, because you're gonna pay $1,500 extra, $2,000 maybe, if you really have a nicer version. But there's a lot of peace of mind that comes with that. And when you have your first, I've never had it. I've never set mine off. And there's so many people that are like, I don't need that. Like, I would never. And like, those are the same people that you go out there and you'll see the the people is like, oh, I never thought this would happen to me, you know? So it's like, you know, you're working, where they hit their finger or something. Yeah.
I mean,
but if you have your first, I know so many people.
Is a lot less money than having to go to the emergency
but like that's
room
not trivial. I mean, I understand. That's a lot of money.
It is.
Like that's a whole lot of money.
I'm not saying that either, but I'm saying when
for a tool budget.
It is, but if you're in the market for that,
invest in it.
Then if it's potentially going to keep you out of the emergency room, and then being able to like just not have to deal with problems with your hands and being able to continue to do your work.
I know
that's a big deal.
I know one guy personally who has severed off all the fingers and his thumb on his hand with a table saw accident.
They didn't reattach. They couldn't reattach them.
They tried, and none of them took. It was bad.
That's so sad.
Yeah, and so I know a guy that has done that.
Was it his dominant hand?
Yes, and I also know several people who have had saw stops fire, so that have saved potential. You know, some of them were just nicks or whatever. That probably wouldn't have, really, done something that damaging. What happened on that one was, and so this is the other thing too. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm so safe with my saw. I'm like, yeah, okay, but all it takes is one little screw up, because what he was doing, the guy who lost all of his fingers, he was pushing through a big 2-inch thick chunk of walnut, and he was, I think he was riding it up against the fence, which is a no-no. So he shouldn't have been doing that. But it was like one of those things. He's like, oh, I'm just making a quick cut or whatever. And he got it through, and he thought he was through the cut. And so he let off, I believe, with I guess his right hand or his left hand. And so it started turning, and it was still engaged in the back of the blade. The blade caught the 2x4 in his hand. So his hand was not, because that's what a lot of people are like, I keep my hand away from the blade. The blade was like here, his hand was like over here. And what happened is it grabbed that chunk, and as it pulled that chunk, it pulled his hand over it.
Oh my gosh. And I bet it happened so fast.
It did. And then the chunk like knocked him out. Because then that huge piece like slammed him in the chest. Jonathan Katz-Moses just put out a good video about that, about kickback and all this stuff. And so then he had his hands all jacked up. And then he was like out of it because he got like socked in the chest. Anyway, it was and that was the story I heard. That happened after I already had my saw.
Well, I remember when you found this saw.
It's just so frightening.
Oh yeah. Well, when you found the saw and you knew it was a good deal, it was used, and you were gonna have to like work on fixing it up, which you did before you even bought it. Like you cleaned it up for the lady and everything. But I remember I was like, well, how much is it? I don't remember how much it was, but you told me, and I was like, yeah, no, like for sure. Because
it was $2,000.
It's just a peace of mind for me. And I know there are other tools out here that don't have finger detection that could be very dangerous. But the thing that I appreciate about you is you're very safe,
Yes.
Like, I mean.
So safe.
I feel like we should both be knocking on wood right now. But seriously, like, I mean, I feel like I see you do that all the time out here. Like, you always use push sticks, and you're very careful and all that.
There's no more important safety tool than these. Safety glasses. Norm.
I know. Yes, I thought it was probably Norm. But anyway, I just feel like I want to say it out loud. Like, you're so safe.
Just
scary.
Do it. Spend the money. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
You'll cry once, buy once.
Cry once, buy once. That's my favorite.
All right.
Man.
I love it. All right, I think we're going to be wrapping up here. Harvard made saws for other companies, then they started their own brand, is what he heard. Okay.
That's cool.
The fact that Festool owns SawStop would put you off. Yeah, but they bought them though, right? So SawStop was not owned. SawStop is not a Festool brand. I know it is, but it's not. It was bought.
Yeah.
Festool bought SawStop. So like when you think about a SawStop saw, and like Festool did not create all this, did not create the SawStop brand. They didn't create any of the things behind it. Now, if you just don't want to put money in Festool's hands, sure. But that's just a company buying another company. They don't have anything to do with each other from a design perspective. I'm sure going forward they will, obviously. But yeah.
I bet that was.
I forgot about that actually.
I mean,
They're
festival.
going to paint them green and charge, $4,000 extra.
I'm just saying, like, but like having that, because doesn't SawStop, they have a corner on the market here on that finger detection.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Jason was just saying, doesn't the patent run out in 2024? They've got so many different patents, Jason. I know that one of their patents did run out, I think in 2020 or 2019.
Yeah.
And so the
Who
Bosch
was it?
Reacts. So
They
Bosch,
tried to-
if y'all
yeah.
remember, Bosch came out with a saw that had finger detection. It was called the Bosch Reacts. And what they did differently is instead of breaking, B-R-A-K-I-N-G, breaking the blade, like hitting a break into it, they dropped it. And so the blade wasn't ruined. It was actually really cool because you didn't have to go get a new blade and a new cartridge. It just fired and the blade went down. It was like the whole thing. And I think that, honestly, SawStop let them do that. I don't know, maybe not. But they, like, how much they poured into it. And then, like, right as they were marketing it and going to sale with it, and I don't know, it may have been in like appeals and stuff, so who knows what was happening behind the scenes.
So were they ever able to sell them?
No, they had to recall them all.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I think some of them were out for reviews.
Could you be like, I bought it and I'm sending it back?
No, if you've got it, it's no big deal. They just can't sell them anymore.
Run to the store and buy it.
Right, so I don't know how many they made. I don't know how many they sold. I know some were out, like people that were starting to have tests out with them, like the tool company or the production companies, magazines.
I do get that, like, this company came up with this technology or whatever.
My point there.
It's sad that other companies can't also.
I know. Well, they tried to sell it to them. Anyway, whole thing. There's a lot of politics behind it. But I wouldn't count on that patent running out and everybody being able to use it in 2024 is my point. Because the guy who invented SawStop is a patent lawyer. So that's why. That's why. So if anybody can stop that, it would probably be, somebody who knows the ins and outs of it.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Let's see here. Everybody's talking about how dangerous woodworking is, which is totally true. The thumbnail, I think the thumbnail. What is the thumbnail is going to be the sauces. Who's asking that? Alan, we're going. I think sauces at 35 minutes. I don't even remember what I was doing. But I think we were doing something with sauces.
Something about the sauce,
I don't know.
swimming in the sauces.
Yes. All right, guys. I think we're done. I think we're done. But I forget our kids are still up. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year.
If you've not checked out the video, go check it out there. 12 tools under $20 every woodworker needs. And hopefully you can find a few little gems in there for you. And we'll catch you guys next Sunday. Get out there, build something awesome this week. See you guys.
Bye.